No change then at the top of the Bundesliga after today's results. Bayern Munich remain 7 points clear at the top after a late winner against Borussia Monchengladbach, beating them by 2-1, meaning one more victory for the defending champions will once again see them crowned champions of Germany. For Borussia Dortmund, they left it late as well. A 1-0 win over Dusseldorf thanks to Erling Haaland. We'll talk about that in a moment, but Craig's still with me as Shaka, and Don joins us as well. Don, for Bayern, of course, no Thomas Muller, no Lewandowski, no Alphonso Davies, and it showed, didn't it?
It did. Maybe they were a little bit leggy after the game against Eintracht a couple of days ago, and they didn't start the game well. Gladbach were really, really good inside probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes of the game, but I just felt, you know, with no player, and then Thuram got taken off through injury. I thought the more the game went on, it was almost like Gladbach had no hope, and you could see in their style of play they were just hanging on for a point, and you just thought it was inevitable. They've been doing it lots of times this season, Bayern. When they don't play well, they've got that gear, they've got that belief, they've got that confidence and arrogance where they know they're going to get the job done. And that man, Leon Goretzka, who's in unbelievable form, got their winner. And it was another strong-ish Bayern performance with, as you said, 7 or 8 of their top first-team players.
Goretzka's looked good, hasn't he, Craig?
You know, the one thing he is, and I kind of, you know, get frustrated now when we talk about an attacking midfielder and a defensive midfielder. And he's someone who goes back to, you know, maybe 10, 15 years ago when he does everything. You know, he can make the tackles, he can get back and defend alongside Kimmich, but he gets in the box and he times his runs well. And as a midfielder, you got to be a goal threat, and he certainly is. He could get more of his quota of goals, but I certainly think with his physicality and his timing of his runs, he's a very good player. Look, Bayern Munich were far from the best. The 2 changes were enforced in terms of the suspensions to Muller and Lewandowski. It must have been a rest for Alphonso Davies. But don't forget, Gladbach got a goal that was, you know, it was borderline offside. And then Embolo missed a great chance when he came on. On top of that, the 2 Bayern goals had a huge element of luck. Summers with a mistake, good finish from Zirkzee. And then the Goretzka winner came about from a pass that wasn't meant to be for the fullback. So it wasn't great, Dan, but they're going to win the league no matter what.
Yeah, for Gladbach, they looked all right at the start, and then you got Sommer making that mistake, Shaka, goalkeepers.
Yeah, somehow I knew you'd go there. Listen, that's how Sommer plays. He plays on the edge. He wants to pass the ball out to the back. He mapped the mistake. That didn't stop him any. And that's just the risks that come with playing that style of football. But Gladbach were looking good, as you rightly say. They're in a race to finish in the Champions League spots. Leverkusen behind them, just in goal difference now with the game in hand. And the importance of the game, the difference in importance to the 2 teams, showed. Bayern's quality eventually shone through.
I tell you, you might be able to find the odd little grey hair in Shaka, mate. But I tell you what, if he'd have been playing now for some of these teams, he would have been looking lit Fabrizio Ravanelli in the top of his head, because they're all, that's all they're doing. You watch Neuer, you watch all these goalkeepers, you watch Ederson at Man City, you saw Sommer there. I mean, they're playing the ball out from goal kicks to players that are 5 yards from them. And then when they're pressurised, they're playing it back to the goalkeeper half the time, who stood in his 6-yard box, and he's having to deal with it. Now, this wasn't one of those occasions. This was a proper mess from Sommer. But that's what these goalkeepers are being asked to do more and more and more. And when you do that, unfortunately, mistakes will happen. And this was one of those occasions.
What's your own goal tally like, Don? Could Pavard have done much about the opener?
Well, yeah, he could have done. He could have went with his left foot for a start. I mean, he went with his wrong foot. You're always taught when a ball's flashing across the 6-yard box to try and go with your back foot, because then you've got that extra sort of second to try and judge the ball coming across, and you can try and open the face of the foot and try and get height and distance on it. So I think he panicked slightly, and what he was trying to do, he was trying to go with his stronger foot, which was his right foot. He knew there was obviously a player behind him, but when he sees that back again, he'll be thinking, why didn't I clear that with my left foot?
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.